Happy Valentine's Day. Today, I'd like to share deep appreciation from my heart with all of the healers and light workers of the world. You are so needed at this time right now. The world needs you. Humanity needs you. We all need you. This message comes to me in a way I've actually been wanting to share it for quite some time. And the reason is there is so much misconception in regards to what is expected of a healer and a light worker. And I want to talk about two different paradigms. An old paradigm, which is you're here to serve me, so therefore you have to do your job for free. So there's a lot of guilt and shame that comes with perhaps the work that you do. Maybe you don't feel it, but sometimes there are people that are projecting their own victim mentality upon you. And I don't want you to feel beat down, sad, unappreciated. Today really is a reminder of love that exists. The service that you provide to other people is absolutely needed, as I said earlier, at this time. I wanted to also do a little exercise with you guys. This is something my dad shared with me recently, and I thought this would be such a beautiful, beautiful thing to do. So you could see white page, right? A white page. I'm going to draw something on the page. And I'd like for you to tell me or to think about it, what it is that you see on this page. Take a moment and jot it down. It's a great exercise. Because sometimes we do feel this way, and I'll explain to you in a moment. Perhaps many of you have written down that you are seeing the dot, this black dot, and that's all that you see. And sometimes this is how most human beings actually see life. We see the dark black spot, which is a reflection of I'm unhappy about my relationships, about lack of money, perhaps my health is not so great, right? All these different things, conversations that we have that are not necessarily building us up. And if we think about it, it's only a small percentage of things that happen in our life that will represent that black dot. But it's the white space, the canvas, the infinite space of possibilities, of light that you bring to the world, the creation that is possible. This is the part that we have to remind ourselves on a daily basis to keep connecting to, because this is how life works. A black spot can happen in your life, and sometimes that's all you tend to focus on. I know I'm sometimes guilty of that myself. Another thing I wanted to say, it's important that you remember to build each other up. It's important that as women, as healers, as men as well, light workers, that we support each other instead of tearing each other up. I also have one of my favorite decks, which is the Rose Oracle. And because it's Valentine's Day, I love roses and I love peonies. And I just thought I wanted to pull a card on Valentine's Day that is going to reflect the beautiful love that exists within a human heart, and a message for all of my fellow healers and light workers of the world. Sometimes we just need a message, and I wanted to share this message with you. And this is the card here, as you can see. It's a rose unfolding, and it says, the return. A new story, you decide, alignment, it's coming together. Let me just find the description for this. The return. Okay. You've waited patiently for this moment. You likely have been working on the inner for some time, and now the outer is beginning to come into alignment. As changing beings, we are in the never-ending growth cycle. This doesn't mean that we're constantly in bloom. No, this means we're constantly changing. This card is like a bloom. However, it's more powerful than that. It heralds the coming and going of the whole new way of being. An entirely new story has been written. This card heralds a great shift in your life. This often takes time, sometimes even lifetimes. Acknowledge how far you have come and how much you have grown. You're part of creating change, not only in your own life, but in the world. Take a moment to take it in. You're just one of many, but your being here matters. A petal in the rose of a new humanity, part of the forever unfolding. Things are aligning for you and around you. They're convening and coming together. You're in the right place at the right time. Your outer world matches your inner world. This card is delivering a message of harmony, coming together, and the embodiment of holding a clear vision for many years. You've been doing the groundwork to get to this moment right here. Perhaps for months, years, or even lifetimes. Use this moment. You get to decide what happens next. This is so beautiful because it actually, as I said, represents the new paradigm. The old paradigm of where people expect you to do things for free without offering any energy exchange. You know, one thing I wanted to talk about also briefly is Alejandro and I measured the vibrational frequency of money. And what is money? It's energy. The vibrational frequency of money is the frequency of 600. So the old paradigm is, I feel guilty to charge for this service that I offered. And believe me, I've been there myself years ago. No matter how much education you have, how much experience you have, I believe every person goes through this major realization. So this is the old paradigm. People are guilt tripping you because they are in the victim vibrational frequencies between 0 and 199. Just remember that whatever service you are providing, you're offering, it always has to be received with an equal energy exchange, whatever that means for you, with no shame, no guilt. But remember to connect to the flow and love, because that is what you are here birthing and bringing, a new paradigm shift for healers, light workers, and us totally as a human race on this planet. Be well. Happy Valentine's Day. I deeply appreciate everything that you guys do. And thank you so much for being a part of my life and my community. Blessings.